So I have a little bit of a confession to tell you. I like to show you the rooms in my house that really need the most work. I don't know if you've been able to tell that or not. I did not mess up this room for your benefit. We were just in the middle of a little situation here, and so this room has now become the next project in my whole house declutter series. We typically do not have this couch right here in the middle of the room. That would be kind of insane. There is absolutely no room to walk in here. So this couch is going to leave the house next week. There is a neighborhood garage sale happening, and we are hoping to put it out on the curb so that it can find a new home. It does have some tears in multiple places that I have actually sewn up over the years. This is my first couch, so I hope that it goes to a good home. Somebody can use it and it doesn't have to go to the dump quite yet, but it is 20 years old, so we will see. The reason that this couch is in the middle of the room right now is because we recently purchased a new couch, and I will show you that right now. So after church last Sunday, we were having about 20 minutes extra time before we could go pick up our pizza at Pizza Hut, and we decided to stop at the Goodwill. For some reason, both my husband and I had that idea, which we almost never go to Goodwill. So we walked in, looked at some kids' things, and decided to go look at the furniture and found this couch. Now, I was in mind to get a new couch probably this month, but I hadn't really made that decision with my husband yet, so he was a little surprised. But I was thinking I wanted a brown couch to match this other brown chair that we have. And this one actually just looked really nice. For some reason in the video, it kind of looks a little bit older and wrinkly, but in real life it doesn't. I think it's just a leather that has a lot of shine to it. So we really like it. It's nice and comfy. We did have a few stipulations for buying a new couch. It has to fit in our window, because before we bought this house, the owners made a pretty tight hallway. It's hard to get any kind of furniture or appliances through that hallway, so everything in the basement needs to come through the window. And this one happened to fit, so we were excited to get it. I've been looking at microfiber couches for around $300, and some of those were on the large side, so it would have been questionable if we could have got them in this room. So we were excited to get this one for $130. Hey everybody, this is Carrie. Thank you for coming back to my channel, Finding Value, where I talk about my journey on decluttering and minimalism. In this video, I am tackling our family room, which was in high need of a tackle. We were in the process of getting rid of one couch, getting another couch, and just unearthing a whole bunch of things. So this was a really good place for me to work this week. I have all of my movies in this room, a lot of art supplies in this room. I did a whole video on the art supplies, which you can check out. This video will basically be tackling my 8 areas that I thought were a problem in this room that I am so happy to be rid of now that I've completed this task. I'll show you some pictures of all 8 areas that I really thought needed a little bit of a facelift in this room. One of them was this sticker that has a nice little saying on it, but was getting a little bit outdated for my taste, so we were able to remove that. The second area I tackled was a little niche between the wall and our movie cabinet that was holding a bunch of picture frames, and I'll show you that picture right now of all of these frames and one wreath that were just stuck back there because we didn't have a great space for them yet. We hadn't figured out where their home was, and I will show you what we did with a few of those items, and the rest were donated. I made this cross wreath last year to hang up in the spring on our front door, and it has been in storage in our basement for several months now, a couple seasons at least, so now I'd like to try to put it back up. Last year we didn't have the best system for putting it up. We had a little wreath hanger, which I saw a few spiders climbing in through the little gap that it made at the top of the door, so we will not be doing that again. I'm planning on using this 3M adhesive and then this little old hook that we had that probably used to have 3M adhesive on it. It's like a command strip, so we're going to use these on the front door and see if that is enough to hold it. The third area that I am most excited about actually about this project is repainting the ledge that we have in our basement. We painted it white, which I really did like, but we needed to add a little bit of caulking around the edge just to seal everything up, and we never really touched that up, so it never had perfect edging, which kind of always bothered me. Plus, white just gets so filthy, and yes, we would put glasses of drinks and snacks and different things like that on these shelves, and just over time it got very dirty looking. Initially, I think I've talked about this in other videos, that we use flat paint all over this house because it was just cheaper, and I guess we didn't know any better. But I am way past that now. I love the satin finish, very easy to clean, so I was able to spruce up these ledges, which I will show you near the end of this video. Next, we really needed a declutter with our movies. They were starting to burst at the seams a little bit. My kids definitely do still use DVDs, so we kept a bunch of those for them, but they were able to get rid of a few that they don't use anymore. And my husband and I went through all of our movies, kept our favorites, but got rid of a big pile of videos. Next on the list, which I don't know that we for sure have figured out exactly what we want to do with this, but I didn't really love that now that we have a dark brown couch and we had black ottomans in front of it as serving as some storage and a coffee table and actually an ottoman to put our feet up on late at night. I didn't really love that those were black. To me, the leather of the brown couch and the leather of the black ottomans just didn't work really well for me. So I will talk about the solution that I came up with later in the video. Over the last year or so, I have decluttered a lot of our knickknacks. I just want more of a minimalist type of an atmosphere. And we have a couple shelves on our movie cases that had some knickknacks on it. So we did declutter that slightly and made room for a few other things that I really wanted to keep in this room on that shelf. So I think that that worked out well for us. Seventh on the list of things that needed to have a change in this room was this corner where we keep our space heater and also a bunch of boxes that I have some storage in. I just really wanted this shelf in our basement, this ledge, to be empty. So we found homes for these items. And lastly, this blue paint had been nicked up, and it really only took me about 2 minutes to get out the paint that we store in the laundry room, open it up, fill in this little area, and I was done. If you have little scratches on the walls that are bothering you every day, it really doesn't take long to fix them up. Now is the time in the video where I get to show you all of the before and afters. In this video, I have 8 different before and afters. So this sticker was removed. I'm so happy to show you that it just looks nice and clean and neat and open and fresh. So I'm so glad we were able to remove it. These items that we had on this couch that were really stored just behind a little nook all either found homes in our house or were donated. This cross I was able to hang on the front door, and I just think it looks so nice there. Really stands out against the white door. This painting of a stream that used to hang in my husband's childhood home now has a nice place in our bedroom. Remember how dirty and gross the ledge had become in our basement because we had used that flat white paint, and every little scuff and nick was never able to be washed off. This is kind of an in-process shot of the paint that I was using. And oh, it just looks so clean and fresh after this paint job. I'm so excited that I did this. We had accumulated too many movies for the amount of space that our movie cabinet will allow, so we knew we had to get rid of some of those. We also have home videos in here that we're not exactly sure what to do with, but we were able to declutter enough to make room for my kids' portable DVD player and just organize things well. Here's the other side of the movie cabinet. We try to keep all of our kids' videos in the bottom so they can just open up the cupboard and be able to find the movie that they want. So they still have quite a few movies here. But my husband and I were able to limit the movies that we wanted to keep to just these very two top shelves. My predicament with this couch is that we have these black ottomans. We were able to declutter the toys that were in the right ottoman, and we're getting rid of that. But we still need the other ottoman. We love to put our feet up at night, and it does hold our Barbie toys, so we needed to keep something to hold them. What I did was I took this other ottoman out of my daughter's room that is actually brown. It's a little bit too dark for this room though, so I'm still in search for the exact right color storage unit ottoman that we can put our feet up on and that can still hold the Barbie toys, which were decluttered quite a bit. Although these items and pictures are sentimental to us, we were able to find better homes within our home for a few of these items. I also wanted to remind you what this corner near the shelves looked like. It was very packed with extra furniture and extra items. And now, after some decluttering, major decluttering really, and straightening up and finding new homes for items, we have so much more space. If you look on the shelving unit too, you can see that we just kept a few pictures and then we found room for these two black boxes on the shelf. Previously, we had those black boxes and the space heater on the ledge, but I really wanted that space all cleared off. So once we got it all cleared off, I am so happy with how it looks, how much space it feels like it gives the room. It just is so pleasing to the eye. Lastly, remember this white crack had shown up in my blue paint in the family room, and I really wanted to restore it back to all blue. So I just took out that gallon of paint, and it only took a few minutes to make this look like it was just freshly painted. I think this corner deserves a before and after shot too. Look at the amount of things that were stacked in this corner, and now all we really needed was that TV stand and the TV. So much space and openness. It's so refreshing. I'm really finding that after I am decluttering a space, it is so much easier to keep clean and more manageable. The thing is, in our culture, we can so easily bring more in, and it doesn't even have to cost very much money. Sometimes it's free. So I just want to encourage you to keep going on your decluttering process. If you're bringing things in, try to find a few things that you can make leave the home, whether it's to just give to a friend, donate, or maybe sell and get a little bit of money that you can put towards something substantial. Thanks for watching this video, everybody. I really hope that you are inspired to declutter a little bit of something in your home, or just get out that gallon of paint and touch up an area that will just take that off your list, that will make your home more peaceful and a little bit more enjoyable. I would love for you to join me every week when I post a video about the new space in my home that I'm decluttering. And if you would love to do a little declutter with me, that would be so encouraging to me. And I hope that I can offer you some inspiration and encouragement too. So thank you so much for watching my videos. If you want to know when the next one comes out that's all about decluttering, please subscribe and click that notification bell so you can be notified of my next video. Thanks so much, everyone. Have a wonderful week.